The world of football comes to life every summer with transfer activity. Some transfers are applauded, some are criticized, and there are a few which are simply bizarre. In this video we shall look at 10 moves or potential moves that many football journalists, pundits and even fans just see as making no sense at all. Number 1. Kai Havertz to Arsenal. Arsenal have spent a massive £65 million on a player who has struggled to find the back of the net in the Premier League. Costing Chelsea £75 million, many pundits and journalists find it difficult to define what position he can play in, making it hard to identify what kind of player he truly is. Looking at how he performed at Chelsea, many are questioning what he would actually bring to Arsenal compared to their current attack force. Some are even saying if he would be able to outshine the likes of Emile Smith-Rowe, who couldn't even secure a spot in the team last season. To many pros of the game, Arsenal should have focused on more pressing matters, like bolstering their defence. Having secured Declan Rice, they do now have a strong defensive midfielder, but spending so much on Havertz just doesn't make sense when they have other areas to focus on. Number 2. Lucas Hernandez to PSG. This transfer is another which has left many of the experts in the football world scratching their heads. Lucas Hernandez to PSG, a player whose move raises more questions than it answers. The main reason for this transfer to make any sense is the fact that he is French and classed as homegrown. It's puzzling on why PSG decided to splash out €50 million on a player who has a poor injury record with only 1 year left on his contract. He has only just come back from recovering from an ACL injury, which adds an extra layer of uncertainty. It's fair to say that when fit he is a top-class defender, but he has only been available for just over 50% of matches during his 4 years at Bayern Munich. With several other solid defensive options out there, PSG's decision to opt for Lucas feels like a high-stakes gamble, putting $50 million on the line. Number 3. Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid. This will definitely divide opinion, but Bellingham's transfer to Madrid doesn't seem to make much sense. Firstly, for a young player like him, there should be a desire to play as much as possible, as that is crucial for development. However, there are some red flags surrounding this move. Madrid already signed 2 young midfielders with immense potential, Aurelien Tchouameni and Eduardo Camavinga, during the past summer's transfer windows. It's evident that these signings were made with an eye on the future. Moreover, the experienced duo of Luka Modric and Toni Kroos recently extended their contracts by another year. If you consider these factors, Bellingham might find himself spending more time on the bench than he'd prefer if he were to join Madrid at this particular moment. Given the fierce competition for midfield spots, it raises questions about whether this move aligns with his aspirations of regular playing time. The thought is that if had he chosen Liverpool, he could have emerged as a pivotal figure in their midfield setup. So, the decision to opt for Madrid at this stage might not be the best one for him. Number 4. Ruben Neves to Al Hilal. The Portuguese international is undeniably a remarkable talent in his own right. He was strongly linked with a potential move to Barcelona, but unfortunately, the Spanish champions couldn't muster the necessary funds to secure his signature. There were also reports of interest from Manchester United and Liverpool. But considering Neves' skills and abilities as a top-tier midfielder, it seems a shame for him to leave Europe and choose Al Hilal. Number 5. Sandro Tonali to Newcastle. Sandro Tonali is seen as a player who exemplifies loyalty, a rare trait in modern football. Many would imagine that a player as gifted as Tonali would be cherished and kept by the club, making him a poster boy. Yet, this was not the case for the new management at AC Milan. Despite Tonali's desire to stay and play for AC Milan for the long haul, the club bosses decided to sell him to Newcastle for a whopping €80 million. Reports suggest that Tonali even shed tears and was extremely upset upon learning about the transfer. It's surprising because he has consistently proven to be one of the best players at AC Milan, and his love for the club is undeniable. Selling him doesn't make sense, especially when considering his exceptional skills as one of the world's top central defensive midfielders. He still has many years left in his career, and Milan should be holding on to a player of his caliber. Number 6. Cesar Azpilicueta to Inter Milan. Reports are stating that Inter Milan have reached an agreement on personal terms with Chelsea's veteran, Cesar Azpilicueta. He's set to earn a net salary of €3.5 million per season on a 2-year contract. What makes this transfer a bit peculiar is that Azpilicueta, who served as Chelsea's captain, was often deployed as a right-back at Stamford Bridge. Inter Milan already has considerable depth in that position, with players like Dumfries, Darmian, and Zanotti. Even if they decide to use Azpilicueta as a centre-back, they already possess exceptional talent in that area, including De Vrij, Acerbi, Bastoni, and Alessandro Fontanarosa. It's a head-scratcher to many as to why Inter Milan is opting for Azpilicueta, given the existing options at their disposal. Number 7. Angel Di Maria to Benfica. While it may appear to be a promising reunion for Di Maria as he nears the end of his career, but this move doesn't quite seem like the right fit for Benfica. The club already boasts a strong contingent of wingers, with Rafa, Neres, and Andreas Sheldrup. Benfica are known for nurturing and exporting young talent to generate substantial fees in the transfer market, so investing in a more youthful player would align better with their standard strategy. Number 8. Conor Cody to Leicester. Another signing that has left many puzzled. Leicester have signed Conor Cody from Wolves with a deal said to be worth £7.5 million, with an extra £1 million if Leicester secure promotion back to the Premier League. Leicester already boasts a solid defensive lineup, with the likes of Wout Faes, Sutar, Vestergaard, and Johnny Evans holding down the fort. With such experienced defenders that have Premier League experience, one would expect the Foxes to focus their attention and resources on bolstering their attack. So, the decision to invest in yet another defender like Cody just seems strange. Number 9. Jordan Pickford to Man United. This rumour just does not seem to go away. Reports keep appearing that Jordan Pickford may be joining Manchester United, even if David De Gea stays. Pickford was an important player for Everton, helping them avoid getting relegated last season. Pickford is 29 years old, which isn't old for a goalkeeper. However, there are other goalkeepers out there who are younger and maybe even better. United could consider players like Onana, Bart Verbruggen, or Diogo Costa. It's confusing to think why United would choose Pickford instead of these younger and possibly more talented options. Number 10. Konrad Laimer to Bayern Munich. Even though Konrad Laimer has joined on a free transfer, Bayern already has quite a crowded midfield with players like Kimmich, Goretzka, Gravenberch, and now Laimer. They are also expecting Rafael Guerreiro to join their ranks. Bayern is also on the hunt for a defensive midfielder in the market. So, it seems a bit strange to sign yet another player who primarily plays as a number 8 considering they already have 3 of them. Laimer can also play as a right back, but with Mazraoui feeling unhappy about his playing time, Tuchel might give the Moroccan player more opportunities in that position. As the transfer market is hotting up with a whole host of players, these transfers so far are the ones which are not making any sense to experts in the game. What do you think? Are these transfers confusing to you as they are to pundits and other footballing experts, or do you think they are fine? Leave your comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in more videos like this or want to hear the latest football news stories from across the world in a small bite-sized format, then hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on new content.